Welcome to the StayFi Insider Insight series. In this video, I'm going to show you how to greet every guest with an email as soon as they log into the Wi-Fi. So doing this is actually going to allow you to send important information to your guest, like your guidebook, any recommendations, or other important information like a rebooking link, and really serves as a second touch point from your brand. So first, you're going to want to go into your StayFi account to email marketing, and then head over to automation and create an automation. This is going to be a welcome journey for you to set out, and then you're going to want to use our pre-built journey. So first thing here is just to name your journey. So you're going to want this to be indicative of what the journey is going to do. So this is going to be a welcome email, and I'm going to make it for all guests and all properties. So now you're going to want to choose a list, which would be StayFi Wi-Fi guests, since the people who are going to be receiving this email are people who have signed into your Wi-Fi. Now, what you see here is an actual timeline of the email series guests are going to receive once they sign into the Wi-Fi. So this is an example of what a base timeline would really look like, but I'm going to jump over here to show you a completed example because it's going to be a little bit more helpful. So now you can see as soon as you come over here and touch on this email, which we're going to be focusing on, you get the opportunity to name the step to reference it in the timeline. You're also going to be able to put in a subject line to the email for the guests that they're going to see when they receive it, and you can customize it. So if you want to have that filled with their first name, you can actually press that and it'll automatically add a snippet to that effect. You're also going to want to make sure that the name and email that it's coming from is correct. And when you're getting ready to actually edit this content, you can come over here and just click on Edit Email Content. So here you will actually see a few things. You will see a logo that I've inserted as just the Greek flag for now, as well as our whole text editor. So in here, you can actually come in and drag in any blocks that you feel are necessary to make this email, whether that's a text, image, spacing, or a call to action button. You can add in all of that, and you're going to be able to customize in the settings over here, whether or not you want to make any changes. You can change colors of the text and buttons, really making it as custom as you want it to be to make sure that you have a good look and feel that is representative of your brand. And in terms of information you want to include here, definitely going to want to have contact information, property name. You're going to want to have any local recommendations, which would typically be in your guidebook, whether that's through TouchStay, Hostfully, Breezeway, Folio, Google Drive link, anything, as long as you've set up that Google or that guidebook URL, you're going to want it in there, as well as any upsells to any in-home materials, anything like that. But most importantly, you are going to want to have your rebooking link so guests can check out the rest of your properties and get a better idea of what your brand has to offer when it comes to booking their next vacation, or even possibly extending their stay, which is a great way to get rid of any last minute availability you have when you have a guest that's truly enjoying their time here. So when you're actually creating this email, you do want to be conscious of who you're sending it to. So a lot of our customers will start out by doing kind of a catch-all email when getting started to make sure that, whatever property your guest is signing into, the email is going to work. So the most important way to set this up kind of effectively and efficiently, you're going to want to utilize our dynamic fields for things like guidebook URL and property name to make sure that they're always receiving the correct information. So to-do list, for example, you're going to want to come in here, set it as welcome to the, or welcome to, insert custom fields, StayFi Wi-Fi guests, and you can actually see all of these dynamic snippets that you can add in here. So for example, if I want to have welcome to property name, you can come in here and it automatically puts this in here for you. So you're going to want to make sure that any information you put that you want to be dynamically changed, like your guidebook, like your property, is done with those snippets to make sure that they fit. So for example, I would want to come down here, and if I was just putting in the guidebook URL in terms of text, I could go back to custom fields and press guidebook URL. And you can see right here that it'll automatically put in that snippet. I do want to call out, though, that if you are going to be a little bit more advanced with the builder, for example, use one of these CTA buttons, you are going to be asked to fill out this button link. If that happens, if you want it to remain dynamic, you're going to want to make sure that you use the snippet that is given to you from the custom field in here to assure that it's going to work. So for example, here we would want to paste in that guidebook URL and it will update automatically. Same would go for if you're going to drive people to your direct booking site. Um, Most people only have one website, so you could just paste that in here, but there's also a dynamic snippet for it if you'd want. So you can actually find a full list of those custom fields by navigating to the subscribers tab within the email marketing section of your account. And you would want to click on the three dots next to the guest list that you're viewing and select custom fields. This, of course, isn't necessary, but it does go to show that it can be a very complex and powerful builder depending on how custom you would like it to be. So now saving and exiting here, you will actually see that you can see an example of what the email will look like when it's coming to a guest via desktop or their phone, and you can go ahead and save and return to that welcome journey. So you will see that this journey does come built with quite a few steps already preloaded into it. If you're just looking to set up one welcome email at this point, and you're just getting started, you can actually go ahead and delete each one of these blocks. I'd recommend starting from the bottom and just deleting until you get back to that core welcome email that you've created. And that's really all you're going to have to do. So anytime after this, you would just turn on the journey, and when someone signs into your Wi-Fi, they will be receiving that email each and every time. So next time we are actually going to show you how to extend your welcome journey as well. So next time you'll see how to build out this automation and what you can really do with it. But that's all for today. So thank you guys for joining.